There are a lot of fancy ways to make garlic bread, but I like to keep it simple. A good loaf of bread, lots of fresh garlic, and a simple, easy recipe. And this one is really, really easy. So I'm going to broil it. So you preheat the oven to a broil setting. Keep the rack in the middle so that the bread can't burn. And you can also do it in a toaster oven, which you would preheat to a broil setting as well. So, all right, first I'm going to get the pan ready. I have lined, sometimes I line a large baking sheet like this with foil so there's no cleanup. You can also use like a disposable pan like this, but you can reuse these too. So it's really, really hardly any cleanup with this. So we're going to start with the garlic spread. Now, it's fresh garlic, of course, you have to use fresh. And in case you don't know by now, the easiest way to take the skin off of a clove of garlic is put something flat on it like this, smack it really hard. Okay? The skin comes right off, as you can see. Now this goes into a garlic press. This is an old garlic press. If there's a little bit of skin on, that's okay. It'll still come through. Well, that was a big clove, but you only use about this much garlic for 2 slices, unless you're expecting vampires for dinner. Now we're going to add 1 tablespoon of either softened butter or one of those trans fat-free margarines, which I use a lot. So that goes into the mix, right? To that, we're going to add 1 tablespoon of olive oil. So there's the olive oil. And that's just about it. Then about 1/8 of a teaspoon of salt, some fresh pepper. Now, we're going to take a fork and use a flat plate like this. It's going to be easier for you to mix it and spread it. So now at this point, you can add some herbs if you want to, but I don't know. I just like to keep it really, really simple. This can be done with all butter, but of course olive oil is healthier. So, or you can do it with all the trans fat-free margarines. So that's it. That's ready to spread. I will set that aside. Now let's talk about the bread. Traditionally, you make it with ciabatta bread. This is a ciabatta loaf. You would slice it like a big, nice, thick slice like this, cut it in half, and you would use that. I like to use like a loaf of sourdough bread. So I have a sourdough here, and so I'm going to do 2 big, thick slices, which I've already pre-sliced. So this recipe is for 2 slices of any kind of bread. Any bread that you want to use will work. So, okay, so you kind of split this in half onto the bread. That's why, remember I said to use a flat plate? Then you can kind of just slide this off like that. Okay? All right, so now you spread it just like you're spreading peanut butter or something on toast. Nice and thick. Here's the other one. Sometimes people put fresh parsley on here at the end, but I'm telling you, this is really good just like that. So that's it. I'm going to use the foil because I only have 2 slices. So there's 1, there's 2. The only thing left now is a little bit of Parmesan. So it's 1 tablespoon of Parmesan for 2 slices. Just like that. That's about a tablespoon. And again, this recipe you can double, quadruple, whatever, however many you make, but this is good for 2 slices. Into the preheated oven on a broil setting in the middle rack for about 5 minutes. And I'll set the timer. Now here's the thing. Garlic bread in the oven is like a man in a strip club. It shouldn't be in there too long. You got to keep an eye on it. If it gets a little too hot, you may have a problem. So keep an eye, keep checking it. Okay, here it is. Oh my God, it smells unbelievable. Oh, and serve it warm. That's the best way. You serve that warm, you're going to just be in heaven. Hey, serve it to your husband before you go to the strip club. Throw some extra garlic on there. Have fun, honey. Good luck getting a lap dance.